Yeah, that thing you do with those
Mm-hmm.
drivers. Yeah, you know I miss that, baby girl.
We love you. Thank you for joining us this week. I think that it is about time for us to sync up. What you say? I'm gonna say,
What you say?
oh God.
That you only meant well. Of course you did. What you say?
Stop before we get copyright stricken.
What did she say? It's been a
All right.
long day.
It has been a long week, motherfucker. I don't even have Audacity open, and I told you guys to start recording. Let me do that
Wow,
myself.
Eugene. You are an
Mm.
irresponsible podcast host. Although you didn't have to come clean. The fact that you did kind of redeems the fact that you didn't.
Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, let's see if this music works. Can you guys hear it?
Hey,
You guys say you can hear it?
can
Then we find
you,
out we can't actually hear it. I'm just happen to be doing this.
I know we just went live and we're about ready to start the show. Can you give me like 2 minutes to go do something real quick?
That's cool. I'll take a bite of my chicken.
Sorry,
Go for
Melissa
it.
just called for my help.
Hi, Twitch. We're here. We're loving that you're here, though.
Means a lot.
We appreciate it. I don't know if you
No.
haven't already followed us, but we're on a quest to 50 followers. So if you're here already, like, just push the button. It's right there.
Like a bite of my melon, Twitch. Yeah. I already bit from this. Oh, you want this end? You want the end I bit from? An indirect kiss? Well, okay.
See, we love you so much, Twitch, that we don't even care about sharing germs.
No, it's romantic at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We are pretty much one date away from being able to poop in the same bathroom. That's how far along we've come with you. YouTube, who's she? I don't even know.
I mean, we're already on, like, second base, so,
Oh yeah, well, you know.
Hey, Eugene. Do you? Yeah, I heard all that, by the way. Do you want me to do separate audio files for my recordings, or do you want me to just record the whole thing and then you can chop them out of the beginning of my audio for this week? I can do either way.
I'm not sure I am understanding correctly. Are you going to be on two different devices?
No, I'll be on the same device. I'm just trying to figure out for those, the things where like we talk about the website and the Patreon.
Oh, that. No, if you want to do it one long audio file, that's fine too, because I can just chop it up.
I'll probably just do that. That way I can just start my recording, and then we'll just sync up when I hop on the show.
Cool. Works for me.
I'm thinking tonight's special guest should be Tingle.
Oh.
Let's make that a thing that happens.
Tingle is a very special guest indeed.
Tingle is the most special guest.
This chicken is bomb. I know you don't eat chicken, but just imagine it as one of your nuggets.
I thought you said let's check in his bum. Which is why I go over. Wasn't sure what we were doing, but I was like, all right, this is a new direction for the show.
That shouldn't be.
By the way, did you just say I know you don't eat chicken, but just think of it as McNuggets?
Just think of it as your chicken, as your nuggets.
Oh, my soy nuggets. Well, actually, they changed those now. Now they're vegan, so they don't taste as good, which really sucks, actually, because I really like them.
What's the difference? It doesn't have like dairy now or something, probably, or?
I think it's the egg that they were using that as like a binding agent that's gone. They just went from being like super delicious to like meh,
okay.
You know, like 4 out of 10.
I wonder if they still have a non-vegan version of it.
I haven't seen them anywhere. I'm thinking maybe there's some little store that like doesn't carry them anymore. It's just got like a little safe hold of them, and I could go.
Stockpile
haven't found anything
worth.
yet. Yeah, so I'm in the market for that. I did get to eat the Impossible Burger over. It's really good.
I've had one of those. I had one at Melanie's house.
Super good.
Wait, I think
Definitely
I did.
my favorite.
Anyways, I think it was either that or I think she had two different kinds. I know she had something called like a Boca burger, I think. Is that a thing?
Yeah, Boca. You would have known Boca if you ate it, because those are usually like more like veggie burgers. Those are
I
like
liked it though.
Like
I had
yeah.
both of what she had, and they were both good.
Yeah, I've been eating Morningstar, but I've been eating the like veggie lover quarter pounders, which is basically just like a garden burger. So it's like stuffed with rice and corn and stuff. It's nice. It's nice to like not eat imitation meat, but rather just eat vegetables that are like in the shape of meat.
Right.
But this is not a podcast about vegetarian lifestyle choices. This is a podcast about video games.
I don't know.
Video games are a thing.
Hi, Justin.
Everything. All right, I'm back.
All right. We are all recording. Well,
We're
except
all
for
recording.
Steve. But he's recording his own thing. We'll let him do that.
Okay.
We've all seen Tingle's bum, so we're good there.
We checked it like you asked.
What?
So
You're going to have to listen to the outtakes to find out, Justin.
Clearly.
all right, let's sync up. In 3, 2, 1.
Tingle, tingle, Kulimpa.
Tingle, where are we at?
3908.
All right. Tingle's brother, where were you at?
1630.
Okay. I literally have that in my notes. Tingle and Tingle's brother.
That's amazing.
I need more coffee so I can have a sense of humor.
Dog, the coffee was not... I thought I wasn't going to need coffee today, and boy, was I wrong. Okay, let's get rolling. Let me get my show notes open. Since, Justin, I know that your show notes or your news is the first one, but did you want me to go first so you had a second to look it over, or are you okay?
I mean, there's really nothing to look over, so...
Okay, that's pretty much, that's pretty much the
This
gist
is
of it.
when it starts, this is when the direct is, and there's a trial period. Boom, let's discuss.
Right. Okay, fair enough. Well, then let's get rolling.
I'll give you a topic.
Yeah, right. Show...
The
Start.
Nintendo Switch is neither 10 nor Switchy. Discuss. I don't know. I had nothing to work with.
You know what?
I'm glad you did
it
it anyway, though.
I like the effort. I appreciate it.
The Legend of Zelda is neither legendary nor about Zelda. Discuss.
Let me turn down my brightness so I'm not so bright. How's that? Am I back to my dark skin complexion once again?
You've
Yes.
got quite the chromatic.
You definitely look more like early 80s Michael Jackson than, like mid 90s Michael Jackson.
I'll take it. I like Thriller better than I like any of that other stuff.
Hey, We Are the World
Like
was a
that.
pretty damn good song.
Yeah, I'll take that. That was I think I remember that video too. We're not the Michael Jackson podcast though, guys. This is a Nintendo podcast.
We might be.
Let's
Rated ninth on Nintendo topics and third on Michael Jackson. Infendo Radio.
Annie, are you okay?
I'm not
Are
at
you
all.
okay?
Okay. Hello chat. Let's get rolling with the show.
Okay. The
proper.
live stream is on now. We are sorry.
Let's get rolling, y'all. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode 459. We are here. We are on episode... What day are we? God, it's the 12th day of September already. We're already halfway through the month. I can't believe it. Guys, Nintendo Direct got delayed, but it's happening tomorrow, so we don't have a lot of news about that. But that's okay, because Nintendo is ready for us. They've already kind
That's
of
my
given us some
news. You're
details.
seriously talking about my news. That's all I have to talk about.
Well, we're not there yet. We're kind of still introing. I know.
Also, Pokemon Go!
Yeah, there's all the things, all the stuff that happened in this week. But before we get there, Lucas, how are you Pokemon going?
I'm good because you didn't spoil my news topics. So nobody knows what I'm going to talk about.
I don't
Nobody
know.
ever knows what you're going to talk about, Lucas.
I don't know. I might
You're a
uke it up
wild
later
card.
and then slip or something. But Justin, how the heck are you doing?
It has been a stressful week. Long story short, we put in new flooring and screwed it up royally. So, yeah,
So dealing with the implications of that.
the
Perfect.
yes, the implication. The
So yeah,
implication.
the we're doing it. We're happy. It's happening. This is Infendo Radio. If you haven't been already, go to infendo.com and check out all the things. We have links where you can join our Discord. We'd love for you to go in there and chat. If you want to comment on some of the articles that are going up, do that. We've got some new writers in there. We've got Colton. We've got Scott. Each of them have got a few articles up. Scott's got a few reviews up, so go check those out. Lastly, we would love for you to join our friend code channel and add your friend code in there and do all of that fun stuff to play some games with us. So, all right, that's enough plug-in. We got a full show ahead of us, so let's get to it. And that's my cue to make a note for break.
Dun, dun,
All right,
dun, 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 dun.
Justin, do you want your happy parade, delightful paradise music?
Sure.
Let's see how the level is. You too loud or what?
Sounds good to me.
It's a little loud, but I can deal as long as it's down by the time I start talking.
Yeah, I'll turn it down. I noticed that last week in the produce show I didn't turn it down quite enough, so I'm gonna kind of keep a lookout on the levels to make sure of that. But all right,
We trust.
Here comes the video or
Lucas trust.
the cues, Justin, and then you know what to do. Let me just make a note. Justin news. All right, I'm muting myself so I can start the music.
You're like a Broadway actor. Oh, you're gonna make me talk over my favorite part of the music? All right, I guess. All right. So we were supposed to get a Nintendo Direct this week. Did not. Well, at least we didn't get one when we were supposed to get one. But I guess there's a little earthquake or something going on over in Japan. Something bad. Anyway, so they decided to delay it. But they did announce today, Nintendo announced that there would be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow that is on the, what is tomorrow? The 13th? Yes.
Yep.
13th of September. So if you are listening to this live, tune in tomorrow for a Nintendo Direct. If you're listening to the podcast, you missed it. Go back to their YouTube and watch it. But they're going to reveal all the details about the Nintendo Switch Online service. Some of the details have been kind of fuzzy leading up to the big release, but they've released a few more details we can discuss here. First of all, pardon me, the service will go live on September 18th. And that will be September 19th in Europe. And the 10 or 20 NES games will be available from the start, I believe. It's not in my notes, but I believe I read that earlier. And you will be able to try the service free for 7 days. So that seems kind of cool. Get to test the waters and see if it's really what you really want to invest in. So and we already knew the pricings were $20 for an individual account and $35 for a family account, which can have up to how many members? Anybody know off the top of their heads?
Eight.
Thank you, Lucas. We seem to be experiencing technical difficulties. What else is new? But so, Lucas, maybe you would like to discuss Nintendo Switch Online service with me.
You probably don't want me to because honestly, I'm so apathetic to this topic. Like, yeah, Nintendo's charging money to play online, and that sucks because it's been free all this time. But also, yay, Nintendo's finally charging money to play online. That's gonna be good for the company. Like, it's a thing. It's happening. We knew it was happening. Now it's finally happening. Like, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. We were lucky that it lasted as long as it did, free of charge. Especially with how huge Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Brothers were. I'd imagine if the Wii U had sold more units, we might have seen this happen sooner. Because let's face it, the low install base of the system probably contributed to the lack of a paid online service. Because you don't have enough people using your service. What do you have to charge for? But yeah, I mean, again, I look at it this way: Microsoft charges $60, Sony charges $60, so $20 is more than reasonable, especially considering you've got Splatoon and Mario Kart and all those other great games, plus Fortnite, Paladins, all these great free-to-play games that we've been spending time on. So yeah, I mean, it's good that we're going to be getting more news. Hopefully they'll reveal the rest of the NES games tomorrow and some of the other services. They did. One thing that isn't in our notes tonight. They revealed earlier this week that the cloud save service is not going to be available for all games, which was something we saw happen in the 3DS era when they rolled out cloud saves. Certain games, you couldn't do that. This is
cloud saves in the 3DS era.
Yeah, there are still cloud saves in the 3DS, but
I didn't remember that at all.
But certain games don't work, like I believe Smash Brothers, and of all things, Animal Crossing. You cannot save to the cloud. So, yeah, if this is going to be a major issue, I'm definitely going to be very vocally complaining about it, because as many of our listeners have had happen, your Switch gets bricked and you lose all your stuff. So if you can't just automatically back all that stuff up, then what are you going to do?
So call this a consequence of growing up in the GameCube era. And I know Eugene is going to have some strong opinions on the whole cloud save thing. But as nice as it would be,
I have nothing to say about this, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. As nice as it would be, I kind of grew up with the expectation that all of the games I were playing were temporary, and that at some point my memory card was going to corrupt, as it always did, and I was going to lose my data. And I guess that's kind of translated into my adult gaming, because as sucky as it would be, I'm done with Breath of the Wild, Yeah, I guess losing the file might suck, but am I ever going to go back and play a completed file again? Probably not. Am I going to play Mario from the point I finished, or am I just going to start it over again at some point? I don't know. I'm not really that hung up with the whole cloud save thing.
As somebody who I know has spent hundreds of hours in something like Monster Hunter or Minecraft, you put all that time into it. I mean, look at Steve, how much time he spent in Minecraft and Hyrule Warriors.
And I'm not arguing Steve would.
Right.
I'm not arguing Steve would feel bad about it, but really, if I lost it, I lost it, and that sucks. But it's a video game, I'll just play it over again. It's kind of my whole
thing. I'll throw in my 2 cents here that I kind of see it both ways. I just really wish that we could just back up our saves to SD card. That would be the ultimate. That's really the big thing. Because I don't know, unlike you, Lucas, I was expecting all those memory cards to freaking corrupt, but that's why I have 3 memory card backups. I have I can still go back and play my memory card with close to 8,000 hours of Melee time on it with all of my friends, and it has all of our data, because we all use our own names, and then you can see who's won the most again. That's cool, I think. And to I know it's not I'm probably gonna do that maybe once in the next decade, but just knowing that I can is cool. And,
Right.
you know, I just think that it's sad that, you know, like Justin said, if somebody's console were to brick, that's that. There goes all your saves.
Yeah, I always feel bad for other people. I guess I just don't really care much, you know? Like, yeah, it would suck to lose, like, my Monster Hunter data, but then I'll just play Monster Hunter over again. You know, that's what I did when I had to do it with my 3DS. It's just one of those things, you know?
Well, all right. That's about it for that news topic. We're going to move on into some other news and go talk about some Pokemon. So we'll be right back with that.
Don't forget to keep spinning. That was a thing they said when Pokemon Go came out.
Don't ever
Everybody
make
thought
me vamp again.
Everybody thought that it was like code for how to catch Ditto, and it wasn't. It was just a cheesy quote.
Apparently, my audio is quiet. How am I now? I noticed that my gain was...
I didn't notice it at all.
When you first started talking, you were like half...
Yeah.
Like half volume, but you're fine now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just noticed that here, so I adjusted with my voice meter, so we should be okay.
Although
Okay.
your name is Infendo Eugene. Infinato Eugene.
Nintendo Eugene.
Oh,
Get with it,
God.
Justin. It's April 1st, except not. Funny.
Okay, let me turn on my gain a little bit higher, and then hopefully that'll work. It'll all be better in post, but sorry for you live listeners. I apologize.
That's just a general like apology for everything. Like we're sorry.
Lucas, what you want? Do you want Dockety Mountain?
What? I want Duckity Mountain. Yes, please.
Cool. Wait, are you next? No, I'm next.
Oh, you're next. That's why I was
Never mind.
wondering
What
why
the fuck
you
do
were
I
asking.
want? I want Genie.
You want My Name is Buki.
I didn't download that one. I think I want Gino.
Shame on you.
That's a damn good song right there.
Oh, there's Steve.
Yes, it is.
Hi, Steve. Do you want to join on this segment or the next one, or are you still wanting to hold off till tunes?
I'm still gonna hold off. I just had to get my 2 cents in for the outtakes.
That's what I like about you.
That's what I like about you.
Just finishing work.
Everybody's got a buzz cut here.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I mean, you're always, you know, bushy, but
Me and Eugene shared the hair song from
We
Hair.
did.
last week at work. It was nice.
All right, I'm about to start the music and start my segment, so here we go. Well, Pokemon's here, guys. It really never went anywhere, apparently. But Niantic is telling us that there has been a 30% increase in active players since May, which is pretty huge. I think that the reason for that, and this is what they expressed in their statement, is because that's about when they started rolling out all of the friend features, so like the trading and all that fun stuff. And I know that that's gotten myself into it a lot. Like me and Heather, we trade every night. Like we trade like at least 15 Pokemon. I know Justin's been opening my gifts, so he must be doing something with the Pokeballs that he gets.
yeah,
so-
I mean that's been a huge thing for me. Is I stopped playing because I ran out of Pokeballs. I ran out of Pokeballs because I don't live near any Pokestops, so it just wasn't. And there were also never any Pokemon in my area. But since the friend thing happened, I get Pokeballs from like everybody,
Right.
and every once in a while there'll be a Pokemon like in my living room, and you know I get to play when I'm out. And yeah, it's been a real big boom for me. Like I open it up every day.
I booted up Pokemon Go again, but that was really only to give a friend something that she needed before she could give it to a friend up in Washington, since online trading skills.
As a matter of fact, there's a Pokemon in my living room right now. It's a swap.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling the burn for Pokemon Go. I booted it up and I was like, I'm remembering all the reasons I stopped playing you again. You're very boring for someone who doesn't go out with other people to play this game. So, I don't know. We'll
Well,
see. She keeps saying when it gets cold, like, we want to go out and walk around the park and catch a ton of Pokemon. That would be fun. I don't know if it'll actually happen, but if it does, maybe that would get me back into it for a month or two.
Well, it doesn't help that you live in the swamp-ass capital of the world, so who the hell wants to go outside for 9 months out of the year?
That's kind of where we are. It's like mid-September, and she's like, oh, when the weather gets nice. I'm thinking, like, if we were anywhere else in the world right now,
Yeah, I know, it's perfect Pokemon Go
Our weather
right
went
now.
from like 90 degrees to 60 overnight. So.
Yeah, same. It's been nice. Actually, today it's been hot. This week it's been hot in particular, but like it's nice that it's not at night still 90 degrees as well, you know? But anyways, we're talking about Pokemon. Guys, the Niantic is obviously making some money with this. Like, it's top in the iOS charts again. I see it every week on number 1 or number 2. So, like, people are out there playing. I know personally I have spent some money in the last couple of months as well trying to keep up with the Joneses, as it were, and buying the community boxes and getting the 9 incubators, because like you have to have you gotta hatch those eggs. But guys, I don't know.
Gotta have those eggs, Pokemon.
I know that 2016 was Pokemon Go was like my game of the year. I don't know if you guys remember that. 2017, not so much. 2018, it's making a comeback because I've been playing it a lot this year.
I will say that when I went to re-download Pokemon Go from the Google Play Store, I typed in Pokemon, and the first search result I got was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. So, good work, Google Analytics. Doing your job.
So yeah, there's not really much more to say about Pokemon Go other than like there are a lot of people playing right now. I guess we can touch on the events that are kind of going to be rolling out recently.
They just released Mewtwo, right?
I think tomorrow, actually, on the 13th. That's when you'll be able to find Mewtwo and all of the, I think, Articuno, Zapdos, all those guys in raid battles. So that'll be cool. So you can catch those guys finally. That'll be nice.
I've never done a raid battle, but again, don't go anywhere. So
right. But another cool thing that's happening is that you can now catch all the regionals. Well, not catch them, but you can hatch them from the 7K eggs. So like the eggs that you get from friends, those ones that you start getting, I think, starting on the 13th. I can't remember where it ends, but there is a chance where you'll get like Tauros and Mr. Mime and Kangaskhan. With my luck, I'll get all Tauros, but that's another story entirely. But yeah, Pokemon Go is still alive. People are still playing. It's not. It might not be quite as visible as it once was, but I guarantee that it's still as profitable as it was because it's still topping the charts.
I'm predicting the next big spike comes in November because
Let's go. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I think especially if they find a way to put some like microtransaction-ish hooks in the actual $60 product, because I think people will do that.
Oh, don't even say that because that's so insidious.
They're gonna. There's gonna be some kind of community box or whatever that you can buy on.
Hey, you want to catch Pokemon in your console Pokemon game? You better buy some more Pokeballs.
There's gonna be something. There's gonna be some kind of DLC for sure.
I'll take DLC. If there are microtransactions and Let's Go, I'm gonna be pissed.
You can buy some horse armor for your Ponyta.
Yeah.
All right.
That was awesome.
Gotta get it.
If they went so far as to make that reference, I would pay money for that just for the.
Right. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to our next news topic because there is a chronicle that needs to be told, and we'll be right back.
Telled?
I couldn't. My words, they weren't working. I'm sorry.
By the way, in case nobody has noticed, I have no voice, so I've had like bad laryngitis for the past 2 days.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have to do a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah, well, exactly. So yeah, you might have to edit out a lot of.
Well, luckily you got that fancy mute button too, so.
I'm down.
Yeah, I wish the fancy mute button came with a better microphone, but that's your
sure.
Not mine.
How's our volume?
Good, but that's not the song I want.
Yeah, that's Justin's song. Yeah. So we already did this one. Justin, or Lucas Fonts, Dockety.
Yeah,
Did we?
back and play.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
You should have given him. Given Justin Axum Rangers.
That would have been a good choice.
I wanted the Main Street Electrical Parade music. Damn it!
All right, Lucas, I'm going to let you take it away after the music goes down. You know the drill.
I know the drill.
Let me just mute myself here and we'll get started.
Fire up those caravans, because it's time to go on a Crystal Chronicle. Yeah. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which Eugene and I have gushed over in the past, is getting re-released as a remastered game on the Switch and the PS.
Fucking cute.
It's so good. It's such a good game, and now we're getting to play it again. So that's a thing.
Did they have they? I haven't looked because I'm scared. Have they?
All I've seen so far was a single tweet. We have heard nothing about online capabilities, but they would be morons not to, and they probably won't. I hope it has online. It's got to have online, because if it doesn't, I'm still getting it, because that was how I played the original game, because my friends were losers and none of them had Game Boy Advances and link cables. But oh man, I'm just so excited. I want this game so bad. So Final Fantasy Chronicles, yeah, great game. Play it.
New Four Swords.
Honestly, I'd prefer this. Like, Four Swords is great and all, but oh man,
Crystal Chronicles is where it is at.
It's so good. And like I wrote a piece on it like today for Infendo.com, and admittedly it was a rush piece, so go check that out and be sure to rate that 5 stars. But yeah, like you get to you play through the game and like you encounter characters, and then years go by and you like encounter them again, and like you deal with the fact that everybody's losing their memory, and you got the team aspect, and depending on what race you choose depends on which things you can do. So like when I would pick a Selkie, I could actually read the signs that were like written by ancient Selkies.
I forgot about that.
Like, yeah, dude, and as a Yuke, you'll be able to go into the main city and bring us with you, because they only allowed like Yukes in, and like it's so cool. So I'm really excited for this game.
I totally forgot about that aspect of it. I always just remembered that like the Yukes were the magic and the Selkies were like kind of the tank type person. But like, I totally forgot that there was that other aspect to it as well.
I'm so pumped. Like, it's one of those games where like I have it on GameCube and I'm never gonna bust out my GameCube again. As we were talking about earlier, my memory cards are all corrupted, they're dying. My game is scratched, so it's like playing it again is so unrealistic. Getting it on Switch, it's like, I'm gonna be playing that again. That was prime Lucas gaming time. Oh, I'm excited.
Justin, did you ever play Crystal Chronicles? Or I know you said you played Four Swords, but so if this were to have online, is this something you would dabble in? Like, I know you don't really play very many RPGs, but
I don't know. I'm already looking at Monster Hunter as a necessity because everybody else is playing it. So
it's not quite Monster Hunter, but I guess it has its similarities.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not like one of those games you're going to put it like 100 hours into. It's an RPG. It is what it is, and then it's done. But, it's a good RPG. And the sequels were great, too. Like, they were weird, but give me all those sequels.
I mean, if it if it comes out at a reasonable price, like I can't see myself spending more than like $20 on it. 30 if I was guaranteed to get a lot of time on it. But
Square's gonna release it at 60. I think it's in the
probably
game.
Yeah.
I would love for it to be a budget title like that. That would be fantastic, right? But I just kind of don't see it happening that way. Here's my take on this. Even if it doesn't have online, I'm gonna get it. Like kind of like Lucas said, because I'll play it single player if I have to, because I did that too. Because sometimes you couldn't get 4 people together, much less 4 people with Game Boy Advances or whatever. But I think that this is gonna have like a huge leg up over the old Crystal Chronicles games, because number one, I already have a couple of people locally that have Switches, so like if need be, I can use Heather's Switch and my Switch, and then hopefully they'll let us use just Joy-Cons on the system, so then you can like maybe sync up 2 systems for 4 people or something like that. So I don't know, I'm remaining optimistic, but at the same time, man, Square, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up!
The world will be watching. What will you do?
I don't really have much else to say other than Crystal Chronicles, but other than like I'm freaking so stoked. When do you think it's coming? All we know is 2019, but like
2019. Knowing them, it'll probably be like late, like it'll be a year from now. This is one that we will definitely be following up on, and anytime there is any news, we will be mentioning it on the site and on the podcast because it's a favorite. It's a favorite.
For sure. The Switch seems to be the perfect console for those like link cable games, don't they? Though, like the Pac-Man Versus and stuff like that.
Not even like link cable. Like I want all my games. Like I've talked about it before, but with Sega Ages being a thing, and with Sonic coming out like next week in Japan, it's like I want my Sonic Adventure games. Like I want to relive those games I love so much on like the system that I love so much. I hope we get all that stuff. I think it's a great opportunity for it.
For sure. Well, I guess that's about it for the news. That's it for Final Fantasy. We're going to take a break here, let Lucas set up for Nintendo's, and we'll be right back.
No important information about your Nintendo account.
What the audience wasn't aware of was that Lucas had already set up for Nintendo's before the show.
That's what we like about this kid.
On 19, your Nintendo Switch will be receiving a system update, version 6.0.0. Afterwards, it will no longer be possible to unlink your Nintendo account from your Nintendo Switch user profile. Prior to this change, you should verify that your Nintendo account or your child's Nintendo account is linked to the correct user profile, and so on, etc., etc. So, yeah, check whatever email you guys have linked to your Nintendo account, because apparently there's some homework we have to do before online begins.
That sucks.
I'm not really that concerned. I'm sure it'll all work out.
I'm sure there'll be like a prompt on the console or whatever.
Hopefully.
Hi, Steve.
What up?
Ready to get your butt handed to you in some Nintendo's?
Yeah, I am.
It's gonna be brutal.
Do you see
Steven?
the size of this thing?
Whoa.
I'm not sure I want to look up.
That's what she said.
This thing is huge.
What
Pretty big.
exactly? What
Pretty
generation
red
is
too,
that
actually.
from?
Steve. Pointed.
Yes.
Is that I don't even know what that's from. I know
Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers, but is it from
No.
The
the original Power Rangers?
Monado.
It's
From
it's
Xenoblade
Blade
Chronicles.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I it's recognizable. I forgot
It's
that.
the
thing.
Monado, and it also turns into a gun. Duh. Like in the game. And Shulk, that catchphrase he always says. It's time to cap some asses. And like that's Xenoblade lore. Like that was in all the sequels.
Yep.
And Smash Bros.
But you forgot about the part where he said, "Let's get these motherfuckers."
Yeah, well, I didn't want to spoil the whole game, but if you're just gonna go right out and do it,
Steve, you ready to sync up?
should we play some Nintendo? Oh yeah.
By the way, Eugene, there may be some background noise in the first 30 minutes of my audio. So just make sure you mute that part or just cut it out completely.
Have fun with that, Chief.
Sorry.
All right. Put in Control B. Steve. All right, Steve. You ready to sync up?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1. All right, what you at?
30 minutes, 31 seconds.
30, 31. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, camera, are you going to focus or are we going to stay blurry all night?
You look pretty focused to me. You're in a strange shirt I've never seen before, but other than that.
Yeah, it was just the comfy shirt I'm wearing tonight. I'm not going to pick out one of my fun shirts like normal. I'm just wearing a souvenir shirt.
Screw it,
Whatever.
Seattle, a place everyone hates.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Nobody can see
You're
the shirt
wonderful.
anyway, so I didn't care. I think
We
I'm
love
wearing
you,
the same
Seattle.
shirt last week.
Yeah.
All right, Lucas. Here comes the music. Let's level it first. This is the part where I put the music down, so that's where you can talk, and you know how to do after that.
I'm pretty sure I've done this once or twice.
Or 7 times.
Three times a lady.
All right, let me mute myself and then start the music, and then here we go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show that brings the most from coast to coast while you're eating toast. It's Nintendoons. I couldn't come up with a fourth rhyme. We are playing Nintendoons. If you've never listened to this show before, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, this is a game show where I get to torment my co-hosts with music from video games that have appeared on Nintendo systems. I play the music, they guess the game, they get points that we make up the totals for. At the end of the game, somebody wins and everybody else is upset and bummed out for the rest of the show. With that said, we are going to begin right away with the first track. But before we do, I have a theme tonight, and I want you all to adhere to my theme. For the music that I picked, these are games with characters who dress fabulously. So have fun with that one. That's going to go really well for you. I can already feel it. Let's begin with the first game.
I already know what one of them's going to be.
Hey, who's that speaking? Hi, Steve.
Yeah, Steve's here. Steve, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I finally decided to join the show tonight.
It was a real nail biter there, whether you were going to actually come on or not. But I'm glad you're here. Let's play the game. Tell me if and when it's too loud.
Sounds good
Probably
to me.
go down a hair.
I don't know what it is, though.
Rusty's Real Deal Baseball.
It is not.
Because
How's
he's
that?
Uh-huh. Can you give us another track on a console?
Yeah, absolutely give me another track. And let me just say, I love the fact that you're asking.
Oh, shit.
Sounds like Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, Justin, you're fizzing out on me a little bit there.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
It's kind of adding to the music.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Why don't we pause a second here while we get Justin figured out?
All right, I mean, I'm fine.
Nobody's reacting, so.
We can hear you, but you're way fuzzy.
Yeah, you're like staticky. I don't know if you
And I
have...
Steve, you rack your brain about that one.
I know what this is, because I
You
know
do.
that.
You do.
Do you have a loop back on or something, Justin, maybe?
I shouldn't, but let me
you
check.
You sound
You're all
way
better
better
now.
now. You're like 100% fantastic.
Maybe
Watch
just
it
an
just be when the music's playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said it sounded like a Dance Dance Revolution game. Was I right?
You were
No.
not right.
Okay.
I mean,
know.
you are right. It does sound like a Dance Dance Revolution game. Let's get back to it, you cool cats.
I need track 2 again, Lucas, because I can know this.
That's what you listen to right now, baby boo. I'm just going to start throwing out hints for you. This is a Wii U title.
Is this Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
Nope.
Ooh, I was gonna say that.
Was it only on Wii U?
I don't know. I didn't do much research this time. I was in kind of a rush to get this music this week. I know it was on Wii U.
Do
Can
you
you-
have access to Wikipedia? Tell me what game it is. I'll
Right.
look it up for you.
Can you start this track over so I can hear the beginning again?
It seems unfair, but yeah, sure, why not?
What genre is it?
Platformer.
Angry Birds.
Dante and the Pirate's Curse.
I'm going to give it to you. It is Shantae Half Genie Hero.
Dang.
That is that one of the shop themes? Or is that Sky's theme?
The first one was the shop. This is Castletown.
Okay, I was gonna say I know this game. And yeah,
Shop
Shantae,
speeds up a point.
Yeah, the reason I was thrown off by Wii U and the reason I guessed Pirate's Curse is because that one started on the Wii U. Half Genie Hero was Switch, PS4, Xbox One. I think that was it.
Really? Because when I looked it up, it said Wii U, but meh.
Well, yeah, it came to Wii U too. But
Okay. Well, there you go. There for an uninformed Nintendo. Track 2 does not feature a fabulous music.
Thinking
It comes from-
Wikipedia.
Track 2 comes from Jay-Z Beast.
Oh,
Prepare yourselves.
I'm
Mortal
unprepared.
Kombat.
Mortal
Clench.
Kombat.
Rayman.
Does the main character wear gloves?
No. Well, I guess you could argue yes, but I would say no.
Oh. Is that
I
music?
can't even hear it. Turn it up.
Is this Metroid Prime? Metroid Prime 2?
Metroid
Yeah.
Prime. Oh, pinball.
Yes!
Pinball.
I knew that was gonna go quick.
Yes.
Yep, I
Thank
was
you,
gonna say
Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's
Thank you, I
Metroid
love
Prime
you.
2.
I am shocked that wasn't like something on the MSX or something weird, but Jay-Z, you...
Yeah, I know. When I host, he picks like Metroid Prime. When you host, he picks like Legend of Kung Fu Warriors 3. All right, this next one comes straight from me. Get ready for the fabulousness in 3, 2, 1. Please hold. Windows is loading.
That's about right.
Is this one fabulous?
One of the characters in this game dresses fabulous. Actually, many of the characters in this game dress fabulous.
Is this Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
It absolutely is not. I don't know why you guys keep guessing that.
Because all those characters dress fabulously.
Is it a Wii U game?
No.
SNK Heroines?
No.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
You'd have been mad.
Is this Rusty's Real Deal Baseball?
No. I don't know why you think Rusty would be in this category.
Steam World Dig 2.
Nope.
Grand Theft Auto.
Like the second track.
Can we have a different music?
I know this.
In this world, you've got to be strong.
Oh my god.
This Sonic Adventure 2?
Sonic Adventure
Shadow
1?
the Hedgehog?
No More Heroes?
But you guys are in the right system.
Okay,
So
well,
it's GameCube?
I
Say
was,
what?
yeah, I was gonna say.
So it's
the
GameCube?
Sonic games came out on GameCube. No More Heroes came out on Wii, so that doesn't help us much.
Well, I was answering Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Adventure. It's a GameCube.
How about another track?
You should. Well, maybe.
Is it Tony Hawk? He's
Nope.
fabulous. Is this Jet Grind Radio?
Nope. Would you like a third track?
Sure.
I got nothing.
Is it a
I'm
Sega
loving
game?
this. I believe it was published by Sega.
Dreams into Nights?
Nope,
I
that's
don't
not a
think
game.
that's thing.
Nights into Dreams, dog.
Oh, well.
Let me double
I'm
check this.
dyslexic. Leave me alone.
Feel free to ask questions, my friends. This game was designed by Sega.
Did I ask if the main
Hiro
character...
Miyamoto.
Did I ask if and Miyamoto?
What could it be?
F-Zero?
It
Yeah.
could be
Oh,
F-Zero,
damn it!
Nice.
I was almost there.
yeah! The reason you might not have gotten these songs is because they were all character themes that were only played when you checked out the character's profile.
Ah.
Or because you never
Also,
played
I
the
haven't played the game in like 15 years. So
Yeah, but F-Zero can
ever.
actually be a game that sticks with you. All right,
Yeah, like a
moving on to track number 4. We are tied a 3-way tie right now. I'm a good host. I'm proud of myself. Track number 4 also
a
comes
three-way
from
tie
my
last week.
machinations, so prepare.
Whose machination?
This is definitely fabulous.
Sounds
music.
oddly similar, doesn't it?
They
It's
all
not a
sound
hint.
similar.
Is this a second game?
No.
Does the main
Is this
character
one of
wear
yours?
gloves?
I didn't hear what you said.
Is this one of yours?
It's one of mine. Yeah.
Bubble
main
Bat
character-
Babe 64.
No.
How many times, does the main character wear gloves?
Each one of them does, I believe.
Oh,
Why does anybody think that question is ever helpful?
That's the point.
it's about as
Would
helpful
you like a
as
second track?
guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a feeling I might know what this is.
Is
I
this
just
SNK Heroines?
Yes!
I almost said that. And I was like, no.
Well played, sir. Well played. All right, this next one does not come from my fabulous head. Rather, it comes from Phantoms, and it is a good one. Get ready.
Oh, I know this.
Crystal Chronicles.
Nope.
Pikmin.
Nope.
Oh, I know this.
Pikmin 2.
You should. This has been on Nintendo's before.
Pikmin 3.
I pulled the same folder from my
No,
last
shh, shh,
Hey,
sentence.
Pikmin. Nintendo Land.
No,
Would you
this
like
is
to-
this is I don't know which one it is, but this is Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing Wild World, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
It gives
Yes!
me a point.
Amiibo Festival!
You know, I was going to say just give him the point, but yeah, I would have made him work for that one too.
Yeah, not really an Animal Crossing game by definition. Good job, though. I'm proud of you.
Game.
Finally got there.
Nice.
Yeah, also true. Oh, well, it was a 3-way tie. Now Eugene has 3, and Steve and Justin each have 1. But, you know, then I can turn around.
That's all right. I'm waiting for one that I'm just gonna blurt out as soon as I think it's.
Well, this next one, I only downloaded
Been
2
playing
tracks
last
for it
week.
because I could only find 2 unique pieces of audio for this game. It comes from Malik Emrys.
This Monster Party,
Nope.
Is this paper?
Little Nemo.
It is Paperboy.
God
Wow,
damn it.
Eugene.
Eugene knows enough to recognize Paperboy by now.
Well, I knew
That
I
was-
knew that game. I was just trying to go through every NES game I played as a kid. I would have
That
got
was
there.
pretty impressive. I believe you would have gotten there eventually. Well, now it's 4 to 1 to 1. So let's go to one of my tracks, and away we go. Eugene is defeating me in this Nintendo.
Tingles will be
Triforce
Roosevelt.
Heroes.
Yes, it is Triforce Heroes. Wow.
Why not?
Holy crap.
How did you know that?
I am thoroughly impressed with you guys tonight.
Seriously?
On the first
How
track.
did you not know that? That's so Zelda. And it's like, dut, dut, dut. That has to be Triforce.
I actually thought I picked a pretty non-Zelda track.
Yeah, that does not sound anything
Whatever this was, I was stuck on it for an absurd amount of time. I remember.
It's the place you go to buy new clothes.
No wonder I was stuck on it. Do you know how much time I spent looking up how to get in that
Wow. Okay, well, I have one that I think is the hardest one of the night, and it comes from Corky Dog. I believe it is our last feature suggestion. Yes, it is. And it's going to stump you, so get ready. This one's going to get past one track.
Oh. No, I know this.
Waiting for Eugene to be like, oh, I know this!
He does.
I really do. Oh my god. Is this Mr. Pants? No, it's not.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It sort of sounds like Crypt of the Necrodancer.
It's not.
I think I know this.
I'll tell you, the sound profile makes it immensely clear to me what's this song.
Is this? What is this?
What is it? Would you like
That's
another
what he's
track? Would that help?
Please. Is this Meteos? No, it's not Meteos.
Not Meteos. A little early for Meteos.
Why do I know this?
I can't hear you.
I said, I was whispering to myself, why do I know this?
Ah.
This track doesn't sound as familiar as the other one. How about a hint? What's our genre?
Your genre is action platformer. The next
Game Boy,
question I
right?
want you to ask me. Say what?
Game Boy, right?
Game Boy Advance. The next question I want you to ask me is who the developer is. But let's get one more track before we do that. So that is going to immensely either confuse or enlighten you.
What is this?
Yeah,
Would you like to know the developer?
What's our developer?
Game Freak.
Oh! This is Drill Dozer.
It is Drill Dozer.
Yes!
Well done.
They don't have very much aside from Pokemon. It's either Drill Dozer or like. What else
I
have they
didn't
got?
know it was made by Game Freak.
Jockeys.
Oh yeah, Pocket Jockey.
Pocket Card Jockey.
Pocket Card Jockey, and then.
Pocket Jockey, something entirely different.
And with that, let's go to track number 9. Eugene has won Nintendo's,
You're
but
gonna make me
why not? Not all at once, gentlemen.
Is this that one game he played that one time, Muramaga's Ninja Castle or something?
It's not that.
Is
It's not even the right version of that.
Is it Nobunaga's Ambition? Is it?
I don't know why you're getting a Japanese vibe off of this.
Goodness, that sounds very like Persian, Middle Eastern or something.
It's clearly a desert level. Whatever this game is.
Clearly.
Is it Prince of Persia?
It's not Prince of Persia.
Fabulous.
Another track.
Yes, right away. Now this should be giving you a Japanese spot.
What's the genre?
Pretty sure you would just call this an adventure game.
Is this Okamiden? Or
It is not Okamiden.
Is this Skyward Sword?
It is Skyward Sword.
Oh!
That's the one I was waiting.
The first track was in the Bazaar at Skylock, the Psychic Dude, and this one was Bamboo Island, which was a minigame. And of course, I chose this one because of Deering, which Steve saw through like a book. Okay, Justin, what are the final scores before we go to our last track, even though it doesn't matter because you...
I don't know. I stopped caring.
Hey, I might still be able to tie this.
You said we're going into our final.
You're going into our final round.
Okay, congratulations. Eugene has 1 Nintendo.
And our final round is worth 2 points because we need to keep this interesting.
Well, in that case, Steve has a chance to tie it up.
Our final round is worth 2 points, but in the event of a tie, Eugene wins on a technicality, that being that he won. So, Steve, for the chance to tie this, but not really, let's go on to...
Hey, if I tie, I'm taking a win point with Eugene.
I'm okay with that because it will not affect the overall score.
Is this a Lucas?
This is a Lucas.
I'm going to say it sounds like a Donkey Kong Country game, but that's definitely not a Lucas.
No, but doesn't it sound like it? That was my first thought when I downloaded it. I actually chose this track because of how uncharacteristic it is to the rest of the game series.
Oh, gee, that seems to be the theme tonight.
That's usually how I pick my music.
What is
I
this?
usually just work my way from the end to the beginning.
I like it, whatever it is.
It's catchy.
It sounds
Would you like
like...
another track?
Yeah, it sounds like
Sure.
a pause screen or something.
It's not.
It really sounds like Donkey Kong.
I'll be honest, I was surprised at how good the soundtrack is for this game. I had totally written this game off, not realizing how good the music is.
Did we get console?
It is a 3DS title.
Fabulous.
It's Monster Hunter Stories.
It is not, but that would be a good game for a future play.
It would also fit your theme very well.
Remember that, everyone. Monster Hunter Stories. That'll be a game soon.
What the hell is this?
What the hell is it?
Is this
Like a
Pokemon?
third.
Is this Pokemon Sun or Moon?
It is not.
How about another track?
Okay.
I want to say that this is a Tales game. Is it like Tales of something?
It's not.
Oh shit!
Is this Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
No, that's a Wii U game.
Oh, forgot the.
I'm loving this right now, though.
I know this, don't I?
I know you know this, yes. In fact, out of the three of them, you are the most likely to get this one.
So it's an indie Steve ass title.
Is it Donkey Kong
Monster Hunter
Movie?
4?
It's not Monster Hunter 4, and I think Justin said something Donkey Kong. It's not that.
How about...
I don't know if you made a guess.
I did not. But I will make a request. How about
Is it-
genre?
It is an RPG.
God, I know.
Monster Hunter Tri.
Would you like the final track that will most likely...
What? No. Bravely Default or Bravely Second?
Nope. Now would you like that final track?
Please.
One of you is going to get this by the music.
Oh. God, it was that game I was thinking of earlier.
It might be.
Is
Oh,
this Child of Light?
no, that wasn't on 3DS. The hell is the name of the game?
I'm loving this so much.
An RPG. I mean, there's like a million RPGs on 3DS, but
Just give up. You've lost anyway.
Nope.
Was it a good game?
Oh no! Oh no! It's Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire, X or Y.
Yes!
Okay.
It's not X and Y!
I heard the theme and I just started talking so nobody else could hear it. I know, I heard that. I'm like, nope, gotta talk. They can't hear it. I can't.
So you were just shystering, you shyster.
No, actually, most of the music I picked was like the music I picked was like town music and city music. Like it just has really unconventionally non-Pokemon music, and it's really good.
Eugene, they call that filibustering.
Oh, that was so good, though. It was so worth it. All right, so our final score is Steve tied with Eugene, but not really. Eugene won, and Justin got a point, and everybody's happy. And that was the best round of Nintendo's I've ever had in my life.
Because the listeners want to know, as I saw in the live chat, that puts Eugene at 16 for the year. Lucas at 15 for the year. Me at 6.
Close behind.
Yeah, me at 6. Justin at 3.
Justin and Steve are in their own battle against each other. We'll see how that pans out.
I'm just trying to stay ahead of Justin.
Very
Me and
nice.
Eugene have a real Phelps guy who got in trouble for peeing in public at the Olympics thing going on. I don't
Come
remember.
on, why do you gotta go swimmers? You know there's no black swimmers, dog. All right, we're gonna get out of Nintendo.
We'll be right back!
Before we
don't
make
have
any
any
more
modern
insensitive comments, we'll be back.
Infendo Radio would like to stress that while Eugene's comment may have been insensitive, he is black, so he kind of gets a pass, right? Like, I mean, if you just listen to the show, you might not know that, but Eugene's black, so it's cool, right? You let that slide. All right, well, my glasses are on the verge of popping and losing a screw, so I'm going to go fix that. I will be right back.
Fix this like permanently.
We've talked about
Because
this.
that requires work, and I don't want to do that.
I think he needs new glasses, actually, too. Oh no, a new screw. A new screw.
I need a new screw. Although I noticed that when the glass does fly out, it's a little scratched. So probably just.
No.
I can see it.
Time for new glasses.
You need a new screw. Is that a euphemism?
If you want it to be. My cat is just chilling. I can see him behind me in my video.
All right, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
I'm eating chicken.
I'm gonna take a nap.
There's no napping on Nintendo's.
Huh?
Okay. Everybody's gone. I'm by myself. Hello, world. It's just me and my kitty. My kitty and I. Chilling.
Eugene, I think we're coming up on the part of the year where I have to start Eugene-proofing my Nintendo's a little bit, because you think just like I do. Like, I'm starting to get a little worried here. I think I might need to pull a Justin on you and purposely pick music you won't get.
I know for the second half of the year we're just gonna be sabotaging each other. I'm gonna be throwing Steve like 20 Donkey Kong tracks.
Be like, all right, you rat bastard, let's see you get this one.
Eugene, thank you for not sniping Pokemon from me and letting me get my guesses in.
You're welcome. I wasn't getting there anyways.
I was amazed because like on the second track, on the second track, you're like, "This is Pokemon Sun and Moon," and I'm like, No! I sat and watched you leave Pokemon.
Yep, it's like, nope, it's not Pokemon. There is
that
no
was
Pokemon
great.
here. Not the game you were looking for.
Oh, I have got a killer sun headache, though. Ah,
Did you
Sun
go
headache?
outside
You were
today?
out in the sun today?
nice. I was out in the sun today.
I got a little bit of sun, but just in my backyard, throwing the ball to the dogs.
I got plenty of sun today. And that's all we're going to say about that.
Were you at a nude beach?
Maybe. Any questions?
Okay, we do not have a question block, so we're gonna roll right into change the system.
Just like old times.
I'll lead us off, I suppose, since well, unless anybody else wants to go first, but I don't really have a whole lot, so mine should be pretty quick.
I'll take after Eugene because I also don't have a whole lot, so mine should be pretty quick.
Steve's is going to be entirely show and tell, and we're just going to be looking at all the stuff.
Steve's going to be like, who cares about the games I've been playing? I got all these cool toys.
Yeah, I got a toy.
This one plays the Power Rangers theme. And
Actually, they all play the Power Rangers theme.
of course.
Duh, Lucas. Always.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't an 80s kid.
90s. Wait, was Power Rangers 80s or 90s?
Power Rangers feels
90s.
pretty damn 80s.
90s.
Power Rangers was a show that you watched if you were born in the 80s, which I identify as an 80s kid. 90s kids were watching like Billy and Mandy and SpongeBob and stuff like that. So I don't know why Billy and Mandy was the first thing I thought of for a 90s kid.
You're like
Go
the
fig.
90s kids were watching Regis and Kathy Lee. And...
What is this Infendo coin I'm seeing in the chat? I clearly missed something.
It's a Twitch thing. You can set like coins to give to things, and it's a
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Pretty cool. Basically, we're just a giant illegal operation where people gamble on us.
I want a 3D printed Infendo coin.
That would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that would be pretty cool. Minus,
I want
it needs
solid
to be
golden
compatible.
Fendo coin. Can I have that?
It needs to be
Shoot.
compatible with mine and Justin's Legacy Morphers.
I don't care if mine is compatible with any morphers, but when I collect one in a stage, I want to get a check mark at the end of the stage and have that count. So
You have to get 5 of them.
no, this is the Infendo coin. I only need one.
No, you need 4 because there's 4 of us.
How many coins did you have to
Yeah.
collect in Donkey Kong? Was it just the? There was the
Donkey Kong had one big like
the
DK,
DK
emblem,
coin, yeah.
Well, and then they
and
had
then the 4
Epic
Kong
coin,
letters.
and then they had
Oh, yeah.
Creme coins,
The which coins?
And the bear
the Creme
coins,
coins, and the Bear
Creme
coin.
coins.
Oh yeah.
the banana
But
coins.
those weren't like those weren't.
Weren't there golden bonus coins too in number 3?
Bonus?
There were golden bonus coins.
Point.
Oh,
If you
Brooklyn
collect enough
Pikachu
bonus-
is taking a
If you
visit.
collect enough bonus coins, you get to go to the bonus level. Then
I
you
didn't
get
know
to
that.
find out who voided him.
Sounds like Yiddish.
I didn't know that Brooklyn Pikachu was making a visit this week, but
Hey, we gotta go get the bonus coins.
Get Brooklyn Tingle. I want Brooklyn Tingle to be a thing.
All right. Let's
Hey,
roll.
tingle,
it
cool,
back
and pop in here.
in.
You have to
I'm
pay
going
for
to
it.
be playing the Sunken Ship music. Because I
I
don't know.
hated
That's
that
what
level.
I picked.
Johnny, yeah, but it had the best boss fight because he splits you off and you have to do like one-on-one.
Yeah.
All
What
right,
about
here
that
we
game
go.
wasn't cool?
No, pretty much everything was great about that game. The only thing I guess I didn't like, I guess the battle system was still good, even though it was it's kind of old, but like it still works, you know.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
not quite as good as the Paper Mario battles, like the early real Paper
Yeah.
Mario ones, but it was still like it was good enough that it kept you engaged. So
Right.
I don't know.
Or
I
it's
like a
not
little
just pushing
mystique
buttons.
in my game where it's like, when do I press the button? You know,
Mhm.
it does it for me.
I like that too. Like not
Right,
just
but then
having
all you do
to
is
select
press the
the
button.
move.
one of the things I
Exactly.
liked about Paper Mario was that you had to do different things in order to get your bonus. But
Right. All right. We'll talk about Paper Mario during our Change the Systems. Let's get this shit fucking started. Where's my note?
Get this Pika started. Wow, man.
Change. I get all my curses pre-segment, so then I don't have to fucking edit it out. Steve and Justin give me enough of that. It's great. Actually, oh my god, Steve, did you listen to last week's?
Not all yet. I'm at Nintendo's.
There were some funny Pika moments in last week's show, I thought. So you'll have to let me know if I was laughing as much as I thought should have been.
Okay. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow.
All right, let's get rolling. I'm about to mute, or I'm about to start the music, and then we'll get rolling. All right, let's get this sinking ship floating. We're moving into Nintendo's this week, or from Nintendo's this week into the Change the System. We actually didn't get any question block questions this last week, so next week, make sure that you join that question block tier and toss us some questions. You can go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and do just that. But in lieu of that, we are actually going to be talking about the games we've been playing, because this is Change the System after all. I will start. I've been playing mostly Dead Cells, so I'm going to use pretty much my entire time to talk about that, even though I've already talked about it in a previous episode. But it's still good. I think that each and every one of you listening should pick it up. It is so freaking good. Like, when it comes to 2D platformers, I'm kind of willing to say, to put this at the top when it comes to like all of my all-time favorite 2D platformers. Like, it's hitting all the right levels. Like, you know, I'm getting the Metroid vibes for Super Metroid when I you know, kind of have to backtrack and go looking for things, you know, because I didn't have enough cells or enough gold or anything like that. So like, there's that kind of aspect. Then there's an aspect where you go into the different levels because they're all different, procedurally generated. However, you do know that there are certain there's a certain string of levels that you can go to. So I just found out in the last playthrough that I can actually skip a whole section of things that I didn't have to play through by going through this one shortcut, and it pretty much takes me almost to the end of the game, which is kind of cool. But in doing that, that level that I got to that I just found has a ton of cells and a ton of gold. Like, all the enemies are a little bit tougher, but you know, it's more rewarding because they give you more things to drop. So yeah, I'm loving my time with that game. It's freaking fantastic. I have found though that if I find an ice weapon and or some firebrand, something that can burn, I'm pretty much unstoppable. And I'm actually hoping I'm holding off on beating this game. I think I've talked to you guys individually, but I'm on the last boss. I'm kind of holding off on beating it. I know I can do it at this point, but I just kind of want to get all the things and collect all the collectibles because I just really like this game a lot. So it doesn't really happen often where I will do that. So that definitely lets me know that I'm head over heels about this game. So yeah. Dead Cells, guys, I know I've talked it to death, but it's freaking good. Go get it if you're into 2D platformers at all. Like, even if you think it might be too hard for you, it's really not. Like, it's really smart at the way that it doles out upgrades. Like, just when you think that you are tired of this set of levels or tired of, you know, losing at this boss every time, you'll get some kind of upgrade, or you'll get, you know, something that will help you to progress. And yeah, it's just really smart about the way it delves out those upgrades. So I'm just really enjoying my time with Dead Cells. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go. Literally, we've been doing some raids. Last weekend we went out and got our Moltres. I did not get a shiny, so I was kind of sad about that. However, I missed out on Moltres the first time around, so at least I got her this time. I got like 5 or 6 of them, so that was cool. As mentioned in the news, there's gonna be another event starting, I believe, tomorrow. With, you know, you can start raiding the old raid bosses. Like Mewtwo's gonna be available, so that's cool. So that's gonna be fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Lucas, why don't you take it away, because my time's still ticking, and I'll give you that.
I will take it away. I actually don't have much to talk about either. I've been playing 3 games. One of them is new. I'll start with that one, I guess. SNK Heroines. which is a game that I've been excited for, and pretty much nobody else, but dang, I like it. I'm always nervous when I preload a game and I'm excited for it for months and months and months, and it's not a Nintendo game because like 50% chance I'm going to be bummed out about it. But I really like this game, and not just for the reasons you might be thinking. I've been telling the guys off the show, but every character has like a unique interaction with every other character. When they're booted into a game together as partners, or when they beat another character in a fight, I think that's a really cool touch. I love games that do that, especially fighting games. It's a well-made game. They added items to it, which I think is kind of a staple for SNK games, but I couldn't tell you because I don't really play that many of those games. But the items are really nice, and they make it balanced, and they keep you from getting juggled around, which is something that happens a lot in these kind of 2D games. It's just a solid game, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. The story mode is fantastic. The game is funny. The game is charming. I'm really happy with it. I would recommend it to anybody who likes more obscure, definitely more Japanese style fighters with just a little bit of extra.
The thing that you said about that game that really got me interested is that not only is the story mode good, but like the cutscenes in between battles and everything, all of that changes like depending on...
Yeah, like depending on what character you're playing as, like which characters you've paired together and stuff, like it alters what happens. And obviously it's a fighting game, so the story is not going to be like, you know, it's going to be like Street Fighter style where like you get like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue and stuff. But just the fact that they got all that dialogue and actually recorded all of it with like voice actors and stuff, it's impressive. And the soundtrack's great. I got to play a little bit of that during Nintendo tunes, not as much as I would have liked, but it's just a solid game. I really recommend it. And if you're put off by all the fan servicey stuff, you can unlock the normal outfits that they wear in their regular games too. So that's a thing. So don't let that deter you from playing what is otherwise an exceptional fighting game. And I might add, a fighting game that has all female characters, minus Terry, I guess, technically. And that's cool, because you don't usually get to play a fighting game with that many female characters. And I like that, because I usually default to the females anyway. They're much more agile and kicky, generally, which is cool. Except for Terry, who punches everything, because he was originally a boy. The other game that I've been playing, not for 55 straight hours, is Twilight Princess. And I've been playing that because I went over to my friend Emily's house last weekend, and we played Zelda games together cooperatively. And it's still like down there for me on Zelda scale. It's good. It's a 9 out of 10 game, but like it's not my favorite Zelda. Like there's a lot of grindy, goaly, like, oh, you got to go get these 10 bugs. Then you got to figure out where the Zora kid is. Then you got to go to the doctor's office. And it's a lot of stuff. It's not a very streamlined Zelda game, but it's a fan favorite, and for good reason. It's a lot of fun. It's cheesier than I remembered. We got to the scene where they're detailing like how the Twilight people got sealed away and everything, and you get like Easy Link with like the weird smile, and then Ilya's falling down, and there's like 100 Ilyas falling and giggling, and we're laughing because it's ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a Zelda game. But that aside, maybe that's the reason I don't like it, because like normally when I play a Zelda game, I feel like really emotional and moved by it. Like that's one of my big things with Skyward Sword. Like every scene makes me like warm fuzzies inside. When I play this game, I'm just like, come on, like you knew what you were doing, game designers. But we finally got out of the 3 basic dungeon rut. So when we start up again, we get to go to the Arbiter's Grounds, and things start to get a little more interesting. So more on that if and when we play it again. The game that has most of my attention, most of my time, though, as always, is Monster Hunter. I don't know what I can say about it that I haven't already said, which is why this isn't going to take very long, I guess. It's a great game. If you haven't played Monster Hunter, you should play Monster Hunter. I've been playing with Steve almost every night. I have been playing with our other friend, Galutrad, most nights, give or take. And we just inducted Phantom into the group. So we currently have a team of 4, give or take, that we've been working with.
Indoctrinated.
Yeah, well, it's kind of an indoctrination with this game. But our time schedules are a little different, so except on weekends, it's hard to get the group together. But it's a lot of fun. It's a fun game to play with other people. It's a great game to just play and just have an excuse. Wow, I did actually use my whole timer. It's a great game to play and just have an excuse to hang out and talk while you're just killing monsters for hours and hours. And like every time, I'm like, I'm going to quit right now. And then like 4 hours later, I'm still playing because that's the kind of game it is. Sure. But no, it's a really fun game, and it's a really communal game. I'm hoping we can get Phantom as deeply immersed in it as the rest of us are, because there's something fun about that game when you can really like get addicted to it. and we'll wait and see how that works. He's still pretty new to it, but he seems to be picking it up pretty well, and I think he enjoyed the last few months we did together, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Monster Hunter, still a great game.
Nice.
That's all I got to say about that.
I have to ask, so you've already put 40 hours, you said, into it?
55.
Okay, 55 hours into it. So this is technically the fourth version of this game, kind of? How many total hours have you
third version of this game that I've owned, because I didn't get the original game in Japanese.
Okay. How many total hours have you put across all of this?
In Generations and Ultimate and just those games? Probably, I don't know, because I think 4 was the one I had like 1,000 hours in. But if not, then well over that. I feel like I probably put a couple hundred hours into. No. I think I put about 200, maybe 300 hours into Generations.
Mm-hmm.
And then Generations Ultimate, when it came out from Japan as Double Cross, I only got like 40 hours into before I stopped playing. So I'm probably well past that here. We're at the point we were at before, me and Steve.
We've just
hit
the reason
high
I ask is because, like, if it has to be something of a good game, if you've already put like multiple 40-hour sessions across multiple, generally the same game, you know.
Bear in mind,
that's the thing about
games.
Well,
that's the thing about this game, though. It's like the game is fun to play, no matter what like skill level you're at. You can take off all of your armor, you can get a weak weapon, and you can go right back to hunting the weakest things and have it be a challenge. There's always something to do, and it's just genuinely fun. It's communal, which is great. Like, we sit down and we just hang out and we hunt, and like it sounds silly because it's a video game, but it's a bonding experience when you play this game with intent.
And to Lucas's point, about setting your own challenge level. We were helping Phantom learn how to play this version of the game the other night, as he mentioned. And I was finding some of the monsters to be a little easy, so I switched over to my Palico that I use.
And I stripped nude.
and Lucas stripped nude. And I basically did those hunts as a Palico, and suddenly it was a lot more challenging.
Sure.
I mean, you can really do anything you want in that game to set your own levels.
It's a game that you can literally, in my opinion, play endlessly. And if you really get into it and you really enjoy it, and it's more than just like a passing game for you, like, you're going to sink hundreds of hours into it without even realizing it. It does something that a lot of games can't do, which is really cool. And I like that. I don't even know exactly what that is, but there's a combination of elements, I think, that just make it so easy to just lose yourself. And I like that about it.
Sure. Well, all right. Well, who wants to take next?
Well, I'll go next because I can kind of jump off the Monster Hunter talk. I've only been playing 2 games this week, and they are Monster Hunter, because evidently that's a new game out.
Monster Hunter, where you got to get the bonus coins.
Yeah, oh god. And then I've been playing Hyrule Warriors. So with Monster Hunter, playing with Phantom, playing with Jacob, just having a really, really good time. Lucas has one account where he's kind of playing, the community Monster Hunter, where he's playing with all of us. He's got the other account where he's trying to see how far he can go solo, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Lucas said, it's just nice to have, we've got a solid group of people that we know, we can do whatever with, have a good time with. And that's really probably the best part about it. It's not even the Monster Hunter game per se, even though I'm quite happy I have my Astalos armor back finally. It's more of the getting together and hanging out while you play it. That really, like tonight, I've had kind of a crappy day. And after doing the show and having a good time on the show, I fully plan on hunting tonight till 1 or 2 in the morning or however late everybody's up.
I'll be up.
The other night, I was getting ready to hunt with the guys, had to leave the house for a little bit. I'm like, all right, no big deal. I'll take my game on the road. I'll do some of the offline hunts. Doing that actually unlocked my Astalos quest offline, which is good because I need to get some more parts for my Palico gear. So now I can hunt him offline and not get destroyed by the online version that is a lot tougher. Yeah, and then the other game I've been playing, obviously, is Hyrule Warriors. I'm still crazy addicted to that game. And it's getting hard. Like, it's no longer to the point where I can just level up my characters to level 90 and power through these missions. It's the point where, okay, I need to get my characters up to level 100. I need to make sure they're, maxed out on all their attack badges. And I need to hit the keeps in a certain order, to take out the enemies in a specific way in order to put myself in the right position to beat the boss and beat, a boss on top of that afterwards.
Jeez.
Like, it's really getting to the point where there's a lot of strategy in some of these missions.
Nice.
Well, I think I'm at like 210 or 215 hours of this game. I've already put in, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. I'm already at 35 hours in Monster Hunter. And on top of that 35, I've logged probably another 15 in Hyrule Warriors from where I was at last time.
Hyrule Warriors is just like single player Monster Hunter. It's like here's 1,000 things to do, but you can't do it with other people. So good luck with that.
And on top of that, I am doing the single player Monster Hunter stuff because I understand you can unlock an armor pigment that I want that way.
Yeah,
and
I've been doing it too.
I'm pretty sure that's how you do it. It's either you have to do the offline stuff in order to get the deviant quests that you need to unlock the different types of pigment that I want. So I'm having to do that, and then we'll do the deviant quests as a group together, and we're gonna have to do the quests multiple times, Lucas, because each one of us has to post it.
Not to make this a Monster Hunter lesson, but once you do offline quests, you'll start to get quests that you can then do online too.
Right.
So playing through all of the single player is good. Plus, there's a ton of exclusive outfits and weapons and stuff you can only get from playing solo. So it definitely has to get through it.
My God, though, the offline stuff is tedious because that's where you're doing most of your gathering missions, and I just
find it simple. It's like, here, you're like 20 levels overpowered. Just go kill a bunch of stuff and be done.
Yeah, exactly. But, it's fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying both games, and both games I will get. Like, Monster Hunter is going to be the game that I continue to play after I finish Hyrule Warriors.
Glad to hear it.
Very nice.
And then there's Mod.
Okay, I was waiting for somebody to give me an intro or transition.
And that was it. And then there's Mod.
That's it right there. Yeah, I haven't been doing a whole lot of game playing. Like I said, had some home improvement jobs going on over here.
So you're playing Minecraft in real life?
Sure, and I'm about as good at it.
Me Wilson up myself for that home improvement reference.
I did finally start Donkey Kong Country 3, and I will beat it this time. That is my goal. I will beat that game. I've false started it like 3 times. I'm also almost to the point of Tropical Freeze on the Switch that I left off on the Wii U. Being able to play it portably is definitely a huge benefit to that game because it is a very quick burst sort of game. The levels take like maybe 10-15 minutes to get through, maybe a little longer if you're not that good at them, but I'm playing it in funky mode but as Donkey Kong. So I've got a little bit of an easy mode. I got the extra hit points and the option to use the additional items. I haven't used any items yet, not that I'm against them, but I usually try to power through it the best I can without them before I just say, screw it, I need these.
Right.
And God, that game is just gorgeous. I mean, it was gorgeous on the Wii U. It's even more gorgeous on the Switch. I mean, you can count the strands of fur on Donkey Kong's arm. It's just that well detailed.
Where are you at in the game right now?
I just got to World 3.
Okay.
And I think I mean, I have to check, but I believe the last time I played the Wii U game, I left off somewhere in the middle of World 3 or maybe the beginning of World 4.
I think that's about what I did on the Wii U too.
Yeah.
It was a Wii U too.
And it was the same thing with Returns. You know, I played it a bit on the Wii, and then you know, kind of fizzled out. Came out on the 3DS, started playing on that, and that's where I finished it because there's just something about the pickup and playability that just works better for that. The other game that I've been putting quite a bit of time into, not as much time as I'd like to, because you know, again, haven't had time to play much, but Prison Architect. It's, I mean, I love these sim/building games. I grew up playing stuff like Sim City and Sim Tower and stuff like that. So I kind of expected it to be like, you know, like those games, which it is sort of. There's, at least in the tutorial missions, there's a lot more story involved in it, where like there'll be somebody on death row and you have to build an execution chamber, but it's not just a matter of building an execution chamber. You also are seeing this guy's story and the crime he committed, and you know how he turned himself in and how he feels, you know, in his final moments. So but it's all being done by these little like paper cutouts.
I love the art style of that game. I don't know anything else about it, but it looks freaking cool.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely it's definitely unique. Like it is exactly what I expected from it, and yet it's also not, if that makes any sense. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. So I'm enjoying it. It's definitely not a game that I'm gonna blow through. This is gonna be a game that I'm gonna, you know, once I kind of get the hang of it, I'll boot it up. You know, kind of like I play Bridge Constructor Portal now. I'll boot it up at the end of the night when I'm not quite ready to shut my game off, but I don't want to commit to another, you know, 20-minute level of Donkey Kong or hour-long play session of Breath of the Wild, where I just want to jump in, do a chunk of game, and then shut it off. But yeah, I mean, and I'm also kind of learning the ins and outs. Again, a lot like SimCity, you have to zone out structure, and then you have to make sure it has power, and it has, you know, like showers or sinking showers, you got water, and then you actually furnish.
Is it like top down isometric?
It's top down. I mean, you're looking. The environments are all flat down, and then the characters are like they're laid flat. They're just little geometric shapes with faces, and they are as if you took like a little plankies and laid it on its back, and you know, and thing. So you're looking straight on at the characters, but top down on the world. It's kind of hard to describe, but if you saw it, you'd you know, kind of see what I'm talking about here. It's very simple but effective graphical style. And like I said, it's more than just like building buildings and managing things. You have to manage well, in later levels anyway. I haven't gotten that far, but you have to like keep the prisoners happy, because if they're not happy, they riot. So you have to make sure their cells are comfortable and they have sufficient entertainment and, you know, learning opportunities, exercise opportunities. You have to make sure they've got enough food and at the right times. But you also, of course, have to balance a budget. So it's very SimCity-esque. And like I said, I'm still in the tutorial levels. So, you know, and they're kind of story heavy. But I have a feeling like after that, I'm hoping I'll get a chance to kind of build something from scratch. But we'll see. I'm enjoying it so far. It's just kind of a slow burn game for me right now.
Sure.
You're doing better than me. I'd be a freaking warden. I don't care if they've got entertainment or comfort or whatever.
Well,
and that's why you would get the riots.
Exactly. I mean, It's that a lot of that, like risk reward,
Mhm.
cost benefit sort of
Mhm.
analyses that you get in these type of simulator games that usually keep me pretty entertained for a while.
Nice. All right. Well, that's changed the system. We've changed our last game. We are going to get out of here for the night. It's a little bit early, but that happens sometimes. If you want us to have a longer show, you can go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and suggest us some question block questions to talk about, as well as some games to play on Nintendo's. That would be also very fun to have on there as well. All right, so before we get out of here, we're going to tell you about all the things and all the places where you can go to be the cool people that you are. If you want to be cool with me, you can go to Infendo.com. I really, really, really would love you to click on that community tab and join our Discord. Join our Discord.
To get the bonus going. The bonus going.
Bonus.
Join our Discord and add your friend code to the friend code channel there, because then we can play Pokemon Go every day and exchange gifts, and then we can become best friends. Not like Steve and Lucas, who stopped opening my gifts, and we cannot be best friends because they're not opening my gifts anymore. But that's
I'm not
I
opening the
specifically
game.
logged in like 2 days ago to open your gift. That was the only
still
reason I
check
logged in.
every day because I need those Pokeballs.
Also,
really.
what you can do is if you're on Infendo.com, is leave a comment on our articles. We've got some cool new writers there. Scott's in there writing some reviews. He just reviewed The Messenger. He liked that one a lot, it seemed. Go check out that review. You can also review...
Props to Eugene for making it much easier to make comments, too. You can just log in with social media now. It's fantastic.
We actually had a comment on the website that wasn't us.
Yeah. And I think it was on my article, too.
Yeah, you can definitely go in and comment now. It doesn't suck. It's not WordPress's dumb comment system. We're using Discuss, so you can log in with your Twitter, your Facebooks, or your Discuss account if you feel like doing it that way, and leave us comments.
Evidently
We'd appreciate
I have.
that. Yeah, right.
Everyone has one from like 1999.
It was from a power outage last year, I realized.
So yeah, go do that. That would be great. We would appreciate that. Other than that, I would appreciate it if you followed me on @InfendoEugene on Twitter. You can see the maybe few retweets that I do every month. I don't know what happens there. Go to Infendo.com though, go to @Infendo on Twitter though if you want to check out all the cool stuff that Infendo is doing. Where are all the cool things that the Oompa Loompas are doing, Lucas?
Oompa Loompas? Oh, they're all hanging out at chromaticu.com, which is a thing now. A week ago, I shut down my Patreon and not wanting to rest on my laurels. I started a website that night while I was talking to these guys after the show. So if you want to go see a mostly incomplete website, you can go to chromaticu.com. I'm very excited that I actually got the domain. I didn't think it was available, but it was. So go there and see a logo I threw together hastily, the desire to not have a default salad website as my site. There's also story there that will probably change because my game is highly in development, but go read that. And there's a character page with no characters in it yet because I haven't added any yet, but I will soon. So visit the site often and frequently. And a big thank you to people who follow me on Twitter, which is also @ChromaticQ. Because I had like 70 unique visitors on my site last week. And that's
Nice.
cool because they only announced it on Twitter. So you guys are the real MVP. Like, seriously. I love you guys. Thank you for visiting. Doing that. It'd be great.
Very nice. Justin, where are people going to be following you this week? Where can they find out all the cool things that are going on in your mind?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter @InfendoJustin. And get all my gaming information there. You can. I also have a website which is not nearly as recently updated, but if you are interested in Disney, Disney World, Disney parks, etc., definitely follow me on Twitter @Utilidork. But also check out utilidork.com. That's UTILIDORK. I write in it occasionally. I'm going to be adding audio and video eventually. I don't know. I need help. I will be begging people for help eventually. So please check it out. Give me advice. Write something for me. Yeah. That's where you'll find me. You'll find me in bed in about 20 minutes. That's where you'll find me. I'm dropping off right now.
All right, Steve. Where are you hunting lately? What you got in your hunter pouch?
Oh, I got some life powders.
You have
and I
my
got
hand in your
Max
hunter
potion.
pouch.
Gosh.
Easy. That's what your mom said last night. Oh, there it is.
Easy.
You can find me on Monster Hunter like every night now. I have not played Minecraft since Monster Hunter came out, so the realm is kind of dead at the moment.
We finally did it, guys. We finally did it.
Yep, you killed Minecraft. Way to go, Lucas. You can also find me at Gentis1 on Twitter. Hit us up in the Discord if you want to hunt with us. We're always willing to hunt with people as long as somebody's free. And usually there's people free in the multiplayer channel in the Discord. So
Your mom's free.
there it is.
Player channel in the Discord.
End of the show.
God. All right. Put your mothers to bed. It's the end of the show. We are going to get out of here.
That one's just not.
Thank you all for joining us. It's been a week. We will catch you all for the next episode, which will be 460. See y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
And good night.
That sounded like a Pikmin. Pikmin.
Nintendo.
Oh, God.
I just shared a GIF in the what do you call it, in the Discord. That basically is going to accurately describe how I am after the podcast is finished.
Hyper and awake.
Yeah, well, that's usually how I get when I finally go to bed after one of these shows. I'll be dozing off for the whole last hour and then go to bed and lay awake for an hour and a half.
Right.
Welcome to my world.
I just sent you a text, and I need you to look at it right now. It's still sending, but go get it now.
I fell asleep last night on the couch listening to Master Sword. And I woke up. Yeah, I know, right? Falling asleep listening to Master Sword. It's kind of a rough group to fall asleep to. Asleep. Woke
Gotta
up.
fall asleep when you're getting the master bonus coins in the Discord.
I wake up at like 1 a.m., move to the bed, and then I just lay there wide awake till like 3. It was awful. See what I get
All
for
right,
sleeping.
everybody say goodbye to the Twitch. We
That's
love
all we
you
already
guys.
had. Goodbye.
Thank
Twitch.
you
Goodbye to the
for being with
Twitch.
us.
We're over
Lucas,
here
I
like
hate
shooting
you
the
so
shit
much.
here. I thought we were done.
I'll miss you until next week's episode. It's gonna be a right good one. We're gonna get those bonus coins together, mates.
Lucas, I'm gonna need you to
What
get me a whole
accent
set
that
of
was.
those.
I'm
Bye, guys.
trying to win
Follow
them,
us,
but this is
follow us,
so
follow us,
hard.
like us, follow us, do the things. We need you. We need you. Goodbye.
We need you to save us from whatever this is.
Help us, Twitch. You're our only hope.